Okay, so good morning. Okay, so today, uh, I have to record our discussion. No live class for today, but then I've efforted to create uh, a video discussion for the last topic that we have before we have our prelim examination. Okay. Uh, this would be included on your prelim examination. So as the first down to the third week that we have discussed before. Okay. So today I'll be discussing the introduction to CSS, but then it's just merely about colors. So medyo maiksi lang tong discussion na to. Okay. So anyway, if you have questions, we have the group chat. You may throw the questions later on dun sa group chat if you have clarification or questions that is medyo hindi clear dun sa discussion ko. Okay? At the end of this discussion, I want you to try these codes and then send me a screenshot that you are doing it. Okay? So meaning we will have a laboratory after this. I will be uploading a link wherein you're going to upload all the random screenshots that you are doing it while you are trying the discussion. So medyo madali lang naman to actually. You may continue, by the way. You may continue the previous scripts and codes that we have. Kumbaga i-insert lang natin to. Babago-baguhin lang natin just to have the discussion be tried, no? And also I want to remind everyone that next week is your prelim examination, meaning if that is the case, yung ibibigay sa aking listahan, yun lang yung maa-allow. Those are the persons who are allowed to take the examination. I am the one who's going to facilitate the examination. Most probably, it would be at the same time that we have in our schedule. So that time would be 1 hour lang. So I will be facilitating the examination for just 1 hour. Do not worry, hindi siya live. Since hindi siya live, yung 1 hour na yun, if we set it, let's say for example, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, ganong oras lang siya mau-open. Examination will be closing exactly 11 o'clock. Okay? But further updates and announcement would be posted on our LMS and in our messenger so that you will be aware. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, after the examination, we'll wait for another week and then we will start our discussion for the midterm. Okay? Let's go to our lesson proper. So, our lesson proper is about this, about HTML, CSS. So, the succeeding topics that we will have will also be HTML, CSS then. No? So, kung paano minamanage si HTML and si CSS at the same time. But then before that, I want you to try this different colors. No? So, HTML colors are the following. So, in HTML, you can specify the color using color name. Meron tayong different color names such example are tomato, gray, orange, slate blue, and then so on. Marami sila. Okay, so these are just example. Now, instead of having, let's say, for example, blue, you could put tomato, you could put Dodger blue, you could put Slater blue, and then gray. So, itong mga to, itry nyo siya later on. No? Okay? So, yan lang siya, ganyan lang siya. So, let's say, for example, ayan, background, of course, we have the tag style, H1 style, background color, Dodger blue. So, ito yung magiging output niya. Okay? And then, kung halimbawa, we have style background tomato, ito rin naman yung magiging output niya. Okay? So, itry lang natin ang itry ito hanggang medyo masanay tayo dun sa HTML and CSS natin. So, yan, no? So, ganun din, no? Using tomato, Dodger blue, medium sea green with in application to text color naman, no? Okay? So, yan, no? Specified yung mga yan. Okay? Now border, you could actually color the border. Ayan. Uh, Style, no? Is equals to border, then yan, 2 pixel, and then solid tomato, solid Dodger blue, solid violet. No? So itong mga to, the solid is referring to the border. Okay, yung border niya. So solid yan, and then the 2 pixel is the size. Okay? So yeah, now I want you to try also this. So itry lang natin ang itry. Madadali lang naman to. It's like nag-insert lang naman tayo dito, then screenshot, then save, then later on you submit it to me. Okay? So yeah, no? Next is color values. So i-zoom in ko lang to ng konti. Okay, what is this color values naman? So in color values, instead of you specifying kung ano yung name, you could blend. Pwede kang mag-blend, no? Okay, so RGB stands for red, green, and blue. Okay, so they are could be in hexadecimal values or HSL values or RGBA values later on. Mamaya, na may mga ano naman tayo dyan, may mga example tayo. So example is yung RGB, then open and close parenthesis, then the three values of the red, green, and blue. The second one, ito, is the hexadecimal, and then this one is the HSL. Yan yun, no? So, the rest, ito rin, yung ganyan, no? So, paano ba sila dinedefine? Ganito sila. May mga example ako dito if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's have first the RGB. Okay, para mas maintindihan natin. Okay, si RGB stands for red, green, and blue, as I said earlier, no? So, pagka halimbawa, magko-combine tayo ng colors, it should be, the intensity should be between 0 to 255, meaning if the minimum, you have the minimum of 0 and then you have the maximum of 255. If you are a graphic artist, no, usually ganyan yung ginagawa mo doon sa Photoshop. You blend it using the numbers, no, instead of palette. Okay, ganyan siya. Okay, either of which tinatanggap yan ni HTML and CSS. So let's say for example, you'll have this one. Ayan. So, if this is 255, ibig sabihin siya yung pinakasagad. Okay? Siya yung pinakapula. Okay? And then green, 99, medyo siguro lighter ng konti. And then blue is also the lighter. So, ganyan siya. Ganyan siya gumagana. Okay? So, yan. So, here we have red, sagad siya. Then the rest is zero, meaning they are no values. No? Yan. And then the rest. So you may try it also later on. Okay? Okay, let's proceed with the next one. Oh, this is blank. Okay? So shades of gray, ganun din. Shades of gray nyo is yan. These are the values na pwede nyong paglaruan if you want shades of gray. You have 60, 60, 60, 140, 140, then 200. Actually, it's more like kapag ka pinare-parehas mo yung kulay, yung values niya, it would differ on the grayscale. Kumbaga parang magiging grayscale siya. You try it later, no? Paano naman yung coding niya? Okay. I have here example of coding. Ito. Okay. Yan. These are the example of coding. So, halimbawa, H1, style, no? Background color, then RGB, then open and close parenthesis, then the value. Yan lang siya. Now, if you are using Hexa, this one, halos ganun din siya. Ganito lang din naman yung ano niya, script niya. So, you have the number sign, then the hexadecimal value or the hexa value. Then the HSL, ganun din. RGBA, HSLA, ganun din. No? Okay? So, halos ito, kasi each character represents value. So, this is red, this is green, this is blue. Then, ito rin, H, S, L. Then, ito, that's why it's 4. Kasi 4 to RGBA, and then HSLA 4 din. So, halos para-para sila ng way of coding. Ganyan siya. Okay? All you have to do, hindi kayo malilito dyan kasi yan, you could experiment later on. Okay? So, going back. Okay, so RGBA, no, ito naman, nadagdagan lang nung alpha. Okay, so yan. So yung alpha is the channel of opacity. So let's say for example, nakakuha ka na nung 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 value niya, tas gusto mong medyo ita-transparent, RGBA 'yon. Okay, RGBA 'yon. So ganun siya. Later on, no, pwede nyo ring i-try to. Okay, so halimbawa, ito, these are the examples. Ayan, no. So 0 means totally transparent. Then ayan, no. Okay. So this is 0.4, 0.06, 0.6, 0.8, then 1. So yung 1 nyo dyan, meaning siya yung walang transparency. Okay, ibig sabihin solid color siya. Then yung 0 nyo is totally dark. Okay, so if you are going to look at the value, it's just between 0 and 1. Nagbabago lang sila in the point, no, or in decimal point. So ganyan nyo siya dinideclare. Okay? Now, hexacolors naman or hexadecimal colors, halos parehas lang din siya ng RGB. Yung dalawa, kumbaga, the difference is hindi mo na sinusulat siya as RGB tapos open and close parenthesis. Hindi na siya ganon. Okay, so ito, automatic, understood. The first two characters that you have is R. Okay, then the second two characters are G. Then the third is B. Okay? So, yan, no? So, automatic, ganun lang naman siya. Okay? So, yan. Example, yan. Okay? Ganyan siya. Now, if you could see, you could combine letters. No? Okay? Yun nga lang, i-convert mo siya into hexa. So, yan. Okay? So, shades of gray then in hexa. Okay? Ganun din. Paparehas-parehas mo lang siya. Then, yun na siya. Then HSL, ano naman yung HSL? So stands for hue, saturation, and lightness, no? So ito naman siya, yan. So this represents in percentage naman. Okay? So our extension of HSL with alpha channel or yung opacity rin. Alos, no? Okay, so yan, no? So halos pare-parehas lang sila. Ngayon, nagbabago lang yan in their way of coding. Pero, if you want to attain series of color, pwede ka gumamit ng kahit na ano sa mga ito. Okay? So, example pa, yan. So, di ba? As long as you control the opacity, ganun din. No? Meron din siyang transparency. Okay? Yan, no? Okay, so 0, 100%, 100%, 0, 100. So, pwede niyong paglaruan yan later on. Now, the good thing with web development nowadays, meron na silang color palette. So, may mga available na in the internet that you could actually see to create color palettes, no? So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mo kumuha ng mga hexa values, no, makukuha nyo na agad sa internet yan. Example, no? Example ko. Mag-open lang ako ng isang Google. Okay. Example natin. Ito, halimbawa yan. Ginugoogle mo lang yan. So, color palette, halimbawa, ito, pwedeng ito. Yan. Tapos, yan. So, ito, copy mo lang yan. Ito na yon, kinopy niya na yon. Yan, hexadecimal. Usually, ang ginagamit ng mga web kasi hexadecimal. So, ito gusto kong i-copy, hexadecimal values yan. Okay? So, all you have to do is to type lang yung kailangan nyo. Halimbawa, color palette, gold. Okay, yung gold na color palette. Okay? So, yan. Makikita mo na yan. Ayan, 24K karat na gold, no? Tapos yan, you could actually see the palette. Yan. So that's the good thing with the Google currently, no? So halos hindi ka na magtatansya-tansya. All you have to do is to search the palette na lang, tapos yun. You could actually copy and paste the number or the hex value, no? Okay, so here is the shades of gray also of the ano. Okay? Now, HSLA, ganun din, no? Four values din siya kasama yung alpha. Okay? Yung alpha is the opacity channel pa rin. Okay? So, example is ito. Okay? So, yun lang. Puro kulay lang yung diniscuss ko today. So, walang mahirap doon. Pwede nating i-try later on, then send me a screenshot. Okay? So, I will not give any quiz today. Ang kailangan ko lang is yung screenshot na ginagawa natin to at ginawa natin. Okay, random screenshot ng mga tinry natin. So, I want you to try the following, no? Yung RGB, okay? Where is that? Okay, I want you to try the following: the RGB, the Hexa, the HSL, the RGBA, HSLA. So lahat yan itatry natin. So makaka-receive ako ng mga 5 screenshot dyan. Okay? Together with this one. Yeah. Pwedeng ito. Ito kasi madadali lang naman to. Actually, naiintindihan naman na natin to. No? So I just want call this the application of this. Okay? So I'll be waiting your screenshot until before our examination day, no? So ganun pa rin naman, walang nagbago. Now if you have questions, if you have clarification, you throw it on our group chat or you message me, and then if I am available, I would going to answer back as soon as time possible. Okay? So that's it, no? I'll be ending the recording now, and then I'll be waiting for the submission of all your submissions within the day or possible until next week. Okay? So, further announcement for your prelim examination details would be on the OLMS and in the group chat. And then, by the way, there is no live classes, live monitoring for your prelim examination. So we don't need to meet in Google. All you have to do is to log in on time and then finish on time. Okay, then we'll see about that until next week. No, we'll see each other next week for another topic. Okay, so yeah, no. So that ends our discussion for today. Thank you for attending our class today, and I'll see you in live meeting soon.